Welcome to Painless Maths. Today, we will continue to learn the topics that you need to know before starting high school. This unit is on multiples and least common multiple. Let's start by getting familiar with some basic terminology. The first one you need to remember is multiples. When you multiply a number by any whole number, other than 0, the product is a multiple of that number. For example, what are the multiples of 6? Multiples of 6 would be 6 times 1 equals 6, 6 times 2 equals 12, 6 times 3 equals 18, 6 times 4 equals 24, and so on. This goes forever. So, the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, and the list goes on. Next, another term that you need to know is common multiples. Common multiples are any multiples that are the same for two or more numbers. Let's take a look at an example to understand what this means. For example, what are the common multiples of 2 and 3? The multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Here, you will notice, in the above list, there are two numbers in common: 6 and 12. So, the common multiples for 2 and 3 up to this point are 6 and 12. Okay, how are you doing so far? Let's keep going. Sometimes, you will be asked what the least common multiple for certain numbers is. The smallest multiple that both numbers have in common is called least common multiple, or LCM for short. In the case of the previous example, the least common multiple of 2 and 3 would be 6, because out of all the common multiples here, 6 is the smallest. So, 6 is the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Let's look at another example. What is the LCM of 4 and 5? The multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. The multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. I will give you 3 seconds to find the answer. Okay, out of all the multiples up until this point, 20 is the smallest multiple in common. So, the LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. Did you get this correct? Good. Let's move on to something more difficult. How about 12 and 18? When the numbers become large, it is difficult to find an answer straight away. In these cases, we can use the trick we learned in the previous video, but in a slightly different way. What you need to do here is essentially the same. You should keep dividing both by the smallest whole number with using a symbol like the upside-down version of the division sign to do the calculation. Let me show you. 12 and 18 can both be divided by 2, because they are even numbers. So, dividing 12 and 18 gets you 6 and 9. Next, 6 and 9 can both be divided by 3, so you will get 2 and 3 like this. Now, there are no more common factors anymore, so we stop here. Finally, circle all the numbers in L shape like this. Then, multiply all the numbers in this circle and you will get 2 times 3 times 2 times 3, which equals 36. So, the least common multiple of 12 and 18 is 36. It's so simple, isn't it? Do you see the difference when calculating lowest common multiple versus greatest common factor? If you haven't watched the previous video about GCF, please do so. Otherwise, you won't understand this. For LCM, you need to calculate all the numbers in the L shape. Whereas, for GCF, you only calculate the left-hand side of the numbers. This is a very useful trick, please make sure that you remember this. Okay, that's all for today. Again, thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we will talk about basics of fraction. If you like this video, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for the easiest math tutorials on the planet. Bye for now.